A welder plays an essential role in manufacturing, construction, and maintenance industries, where precision and skill determine the strength and safety of structures. Welding requires not only technical expertise but also focus, consistency, and a deep understanding of materials and methods. If you're preparing for a welder interview, it's important to show both your hands-on ability and your awareness of workplace safety and standards. This video explores common welder interview questions, complete answers, and helpful tips to help you perform confidently during your interview. Understanding the role of a welder. The role of a welder is to join metal parts using heat and pressure, ensuring strong and durable bonds. Welders work with a variety of materials such as steel, aluminum, and alloys using techniques like MIG, TIG, and arc welding. Their tasks may involve reading blueprints, preparing surfaces, operating welding equipment, and inspecting finished work for accuracy. A skilled welder not only has steady hands but also understands the science of metal behavior under heat and stress. Employers expect welders to have technical knowledge, safety awareness, and problem-solving ability. During interviews, you'll need to show that you can work precisely under pressure, follow instructions, and maintain quality standards. Let's look at the most likely questions you might face and how to answer them effectively. Question 1. Why did you choose to become a welder? Here's how you can answer. I chose welding because I've always enjoyed working with my hands and building things that last. Welding gives me satisfaction because it combines skill, patience, and technical understanding. I take pride in knowing that my work contributes to safe and solid structures. Tip. Express enthusiasm for the craft and pride in doing precise, lasting work. Question 2. What types of welding techniques are you experienced in? Here's how you can answer. I'm experienced in several methods, including MIG, TIG, stick, and flux cord arc welding. I've worked with materials like carbon steel, stainless steel, and aluminum. I select the technique based on the job requirements, such as material type, thickness, and desired finish. Tip. Be specific about your skills and relate them to the type of work the employer does. Question 3. How do you ensure the quality and accuracy of your welds? Here's how you can answer. I make sure to prepare the surface properly, use the correct settings, and maintain consistent technique. After welding, I inspect the joints visually and, when required, use non-destructive testing to confirm strength and precision. Quality for me starts with attention to detail and ends with a clean, durable finish. Tip. Emphasize precision, cleanliness, and adherence to inspection standards. Question 4. What safety precautions do you follow while welding? Here's how you can answer. Safety is always my top priority. I wear proper protective gear, ensure good ventilation, and keep flammable materials away from the work area. I check cables, gas lines, and equipment before starting. I also make sure I'm aware of others working nearby to prevent accidents. Tip. Show your commitment to personal and workplace safety. Question 5. Can you describe a challenging welding project you've worked on? Here's how you can answer. I once had to repair a critical pipeline joint in a tight space. The challenge was maintaining a proper angle while ensuring the weld was leak-proof. I planned my approach carefully, adjusted my position, and double-checked every bead for consistency. The repair passed inspection on the first test. Tip. Highlight a real experience that demonstrates skill, adaptability, and problem-solving. Question 6. How do you handle welding defects such as porosity or cracks? Here's how you can answer. I start by identifying the cause, whether it's contamination, incorrect settings, or poor gas coverage. Once I understand the problem, I clean the area, adjust parameters, and rework the weld carefully. Preventing defects is just as important, so I always focus on preparation and proper technique. Tip. Show that you can diagnose and correct errors professionally. Question 7. What tools and equipment are you most familiar with? Here's how you can answer. I'm familiar with using welding machines for MIG, TIG, and stick processes, as well as grinders, torches, plasma cutters, and measuring tools. I make sure to calibrate equipment properly and keep all tools in good working condition for consistent results. Tip: mention your hands-on experience with tools relevant to the company's operations. Question 8. How do you read and interpret blueprints or welding symbols? Here's how you can answer. I have training in reading blueprints and welding symbols, which helps me understand joint types, dimensions, and welding methods required for each project. I always review the design carefully before starting to ensure accuracy and compliance with the specifications. Tip: emphasize that blueprint reading is part of your preparation process for precision work. Question 9. What steps do you take to maintain your welding equipment? Here's how you can answer. I clean the equipment regularly, check connections and cables for wear, replace consumables as needed, and ensure gas lines and regulators are secure. Regular maintenance prevents downtime and ensures consistent quality in my welds. Tip: show responsibility for maintaining equipment and preventing operational issues. Question 10. How do you stay updated with the latest welding techniques or standards? Here's how you can answer. I follow updates from welding associations and take short training programs when possible. I also learn from experienced welders and supervisors, as there's always something new to improve on. Staying updated helps me work more efficiently and safely. Tip: highlight your willingness to learn and improve continuously. Question 11. How do you manage working under tight deadlines or in demanding conditions? Here's how you can answer. I stay organized and focus on doing each weld right the first time rather than rushing. I maintain my equipment and plan my work sequence efficiently. If conditions are tough, like heat or confined spaces, I pace myself safely and communicate with the team to ensure quality isn't compromised. Tip: show reliability and your ability to handle physical and time pressure safely. Question 12. Why should we hire you as a welder? Here's how you can answer. You should hire me because I bring strong technical skills, consistent quality, and a commitment to safety. I understand that every weld affects the strength and reputation of the company. I take pride in my craftsmanship and always deliver work that meets or exceeds standards. Tip: end confidently. Show that you value both the craft and the company's success. Additional question. How do you handle repetitive welding tasks? Here's how you can answer. I maintain focus by treating each weld as equally important. Consistency comes from discipline, and I make sure to follow the same preparation and safety steps every time. Even in repetitive work, I look for small improvements in efficiency or technique. Tip: display professionalism, patience, and a continuous improvement mindset. Final thoughts. A welder interview is a chance to demonstrate both your technical ability and your professional attitude. Employers look for candidates who can produce clean, strong welds while following safety and quality standards. It's not just about handling a torch, it's about taking responsibility for every joint you make. When preparing, review your experience and think of examples where you showed skill, accuracy, or leadership on a project. Practice explaining technical terms in simple, confident language. Remember, employers value welders who are reliable, safety-conscious, and take pride in their work. In the end, success in a welder interview depends on showing that you are precise, dependable, and motivated by craftsmanship. With the right mindset and preparation, you can prove that you're not just doing a job, you're building something strong, lasting, and vital to every structure that stands safely because of your skill.